This is high school basketball on iTalk 106.7, presented by Sholo Ford, produced by White Mountain Youth Productions in cooperation with iTalk 106.7 Radio. High school basketball is also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, Octopus Car Wash, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, Little Bluebird Studios, and Hudson's Furniture. And now, Sholo Ford presents high school basketball.
Welcome back to the Round Valley Dome, here for the Round Valley Roundball Shootout. This is the Sholo Ford presentation of high school basketball, as both the Elk and the Cowboys coming in with seemingly trending in different directions. Round Valley just 1-3 on the year, and Camp Verde is 6-1. As Ron, what's really been pacing Camp Verde into their big fast start?
I really don't know. We should pull the coach over here. You know,
I thought you transitioned into the.
No, one of the things that, you know, when you got tournaments like this, as you know, is teams are flying at us, and it's tough to keep up with. Camp Verde, a team from a couple hours away from here, and so we've not yet seen them play. We do know that a couple key players that we ought to mention, 22 points per game for one of them there.
Jason Collier.
Yeah, and we expect to see a lot from Ishmael Hogan.
Yep.
12.7 points per game also.
All right, so the Summit Regional Medical Center injury report is pretty clean. Nobody is hurt, so still you, though, can go ahead to the Summit Regional Medical Center where they have everything you need to get back in the game. And so we will have the ball going up right after this with Camp Verde Cowboys playing against the Round Valley Elk here on Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Want to buy the #1 selling truck in America for over 41 years? Want to buy a vehicle with a lifetime engine warranty? Want to get the best deal in the state of Arizona on your new Ford car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Anyone can say they'll give you a great deal, but Guy Hatch at Sholo Ford means it. In fact, he guarantees it. Buy the best from the best. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce.
All right, the Ace Hardware keys to the game. I think you just touched on this one, but for Camp Verde, it's going to be feeding Jason Collier, who's averaging those 22 points a game, and also getting Ishmael Hogan involved. And for Round Valley, just invert that, stop him.
Yeah, I did talk to the coach a little bit. They're coming off of, as we mentioned, a state championship football run where they made it to the finals, and actually one of the players that we see here, LJ Foster, was hurt in that game, and so it's good to see him up. But you know, these programs from smaller schools that use a lot of the same athletes, it takes them a little bit to get going, switch gears.
Ace Hardware has a 24/7 locksmith. The next time you're locked out of your car or just need a key replaced any hour of the day or night, any night of the week, call Ace Hardware, your helpful place with 3 locations, Pine Top, Overguard, and Sholo. This one's getting kicked off. When it comes to your kickoff, head over to Northland Pioneer College. The lowest tuition in Arizona is LJ Foster has Round Valley on the board. The 1-3 Elk looking for win number 2 and off to a quick start. But now on the attack is Ishmael Hogan with the answer.
He didn't waste any time. He drives right and gets right to the bucket.
Cowboys are in the back court. Coming to the near side is Taven Bevel as he's able to pass it out to Foster. And up and down, moving to the right of the lane. Really aggressive defense being played by Camp Verde, but forgetting the interior is on the baseline, and all alone was Hunter Ziegler as he gets the feed and finish.
And Ziegler, as you say, all alone, found just near the short corner on the baseline there.
Signing up a quick three-pointer, and Hogan with all 5 of the points here to start it off for Camp Verde. And it sets up the full court pressure 1 minute into the game. Now going for the long pass, converted and had by Foster as he is at the right of the rim but can't get the finish.
The football aspect of him, he caught the pass like a receiver, but he also laid it in like a receiver.
Abe Gonzalez in rhythm, can't get the finish on another 3 ball. But still in the back court after the miss are the Cowboys. Trying to weave into traffic as Bevel. Out to the foul line, Cisco. And inside and out to a wide open Elk player. No good on the three-pointer was Owen Young, but a loose ball nearly claimed by Cisco, but eventually taken away by the Cowboys. Another pass in transition going overhand, but this time intercepted by Foster. He's trying to drop it off to a trailing Young, but instead the ball goes free, but right into Ziegler's hands. His mid-range jumper won't fall. Pass here is frantic. As another long overhand pass, this time had by Gonzalez as he skips it to the right side. Three-pointer lifted up by Hogan, rims out. 5-4, 6 minutes and 8 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And both teams really looking to push tempo. Right of the lane, Cisco eventually gets his footing but can't get the finish. Rebound is knocked around and now taken by Jordan Littlefield. Awkward pass in transition is fed to Collier, who is bumped, but no whistle, and the rebound, or the loose ball going out of bounds, and will remain, nope, it's going to go over to Round Valley. So a turnover there.
Got to say, this early in the season, I'm impressed with the ball movement by the Elks. Although balls going up on the rim are coming off hard, the ball movement's been impressive.
Dribbling right into a double team. Ziegler fortunate to get that off to Bevel as he goes to the angle right side. Foster pass through the lane, back over to Ziegler, who gets the finish on the left block, and he's going to force a Camp Verde timeout. 6-5, Round Valley leading with 5 minutes and 37 seconds here on Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
Round Valley leading Camp Verde 6-5, and right now it's been the Ishmael Hogan show as he has all 5 of the Cowboys' points. But Collier hasn't really had many touches as he sets up on the far side there, penetrating, and instead of going out to him, dropping it off through the lane, spinning in traffic was Bast and couldn't get the finish. But a whistle stops play, and it looks like a foul's going to be whistled on Hogan.
Taven Bevel drawing Collier on the defense, and I got to believe that he's one of Round Valley's best defenders.
Pass into the front court. Young now puts his foot to the gas, and I think there Cisco was walking. Couldn't establish a pivot foot.
But Round Valley's in the right spots. That's what's interesting. Their big men are on the blocks, and they're catching passes that are really going to pay off, if not this tournament, later on in the season.
Abe Gonzalez starts the offense to the corner on the near side, then back out to a wide open Collier, winds up a three-pointer that's up and in. And perhaps that is where he is most lethal on the floor there, as he's been starting on that right wing, and that time was able to get open and convert. Now nearly taken away, but knocked into the backcourt. Gonzalez can't get the loose ball. Back in the side to side where Foster winds up stepping to his left, and traffic can't get the finish, and now 2 players go down. I don't know how that's not a foul or a traveling violation, but in any event, here's Collier with a little alley-oop to Gonzalez, who can't get the drop, and it's out of bounds to Round Valley.
Cowboys take a quick timeout, come out of that timeout with the intention of after a 3 they were going to press, and that's what they're in now. That really amped up things.
Foster bounces it to the near sideline. Ziegler is going to start the offense in the half court to the baseline. Then back outside, around the horn to Bevel's three-pointer, rims in. 9-8. Round Valley back in front by 1 point. 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Collier, who just knocked one down on that right wing, this time well outside it. Can't get that one off the front rim, and then on the offensive rebound, a foul is whistled on C.J. Bast.
That's his first, team second. And again, we hear the Cowboys coach, Coach Wall over here, talking about how they need to rotate better on the defense. Bevel shouldn't be that wide open if they get good closeouts on the weak side.
Mason Rayburn in for the Cowboys as Foster goes to the foul line, and Cisco left block and ball fake from Ziegler as he's falling away but can't get that one to finish. And he was going in the wrong direction there on the interior. Trotting into the front court, Hogan right to the top of the key where he puts up a three-pointer that's very short. Rebounded by Ziegler, and the Elks trying to slow things down. Camp Verde had seemingly at this, well, now I say that because Ziegler forces tempo after he was able to slow things down. And I think that, I'm just guessing, but I think Camp Verde is playing at the pace that it prefers at this point, as there's a finish after a long pass converted over to the new, oh no, that's Bass who just whistled for a personal.
Yeah, Camp Verde not afraid to fire it from 3 or get it up the court quick.
Cisco again starting the offense at the foul line, up and underneath with a nifty finish there from Ziegler.
Again, I'm impressed with the inside play of the Elks. The finesse just isn't quite there this early after football season, but the spacing is great.
Gonzalez with the spin move after the crossover. How do you like that?
Wow, something else.
Pretty big dude to handle the rock that way. As he takes a 12-11 lead after that nifty take to the rim. 2:50 to go in the first quarter. Ziegler just finished there, and again going up and underneath, but this time can't get the angle. Rebound claimed by Bass to the near side. Gonzalez, he's got Collier in front and said he's going to step back and take a contested 18-footer. And then an over-the-top foul is going to be whistled on Collier. That is going to be the 3rd personal on the Camp Verde Cowboys, the 1st on Collier. Stops play, though, and allows Camp Verde an opportunity to set up this pressure defense, as Ishmael Hogan now a little frustrated as he comes to the bench. Defense is going to sag back into the front court and allow Bevel to bring it up and give it to the trailing Young. Round Valley looking to reclaim a lead as Foster between the circles starts moving to the right, again tries to go to the foul line, and Cisco again to a cutting Ziegler who can't get the drop. Rebound by Gonzalez, pass in transition to Collier, who's able to leak out and get the ball in the finish.
It's his 5th point of the game. He's well on his way to his average.
Dare I say a quiet 5 here with 2 minutes to go in the first. Is into the corner, and Ziegler again to the foul line. This time Cisco backing down a player and spinning in traffic, but stopping play. It looks like he was nope, a foul is called on Bast, and that's number 2. Line change here for Round Valley, as Dylan Jordan, Kyron Clark, Riley Hamblin, I'm gonna get them all, Brooks Phelps, and Caden Pizzazz, all checking in for the Elk.
It's going to be interesting to see what the depth on the bench is here for the Elks and see what changes.
Dayton Smith in for Camp Verde. He's a bigot. Is he right now spinning around with Phelps? Instead, the ball goes to the baseline. We're trying to penetrate as Jordan, and he steps out of bounds.
Well, you mentioned earlier the Cowboys 6-1. They have wins over Mayer, Payson, Anthem Prep, Chino Valley, Williams, and North Point Prep. Their only loss on the season has been to Wickenburg, and that was a 12-point loss.
Rodriguez trying to go right into the newly entered Smith, but he puts the ball down. He's so big, don't want to do that. It gives somebody an opportunity to take it away. That time Jordan has the steal as he comes into the front court, and Clark, who puts up an air ball. Gonzalez on the baseline clears it out for the Cowboys, leading 14-11, minute and a half to go. Cross-court pass Collier, as he might have got away with a first step there. Instead, he's able to penetrate to the right and score it on that side of the rim. 16-11. Collier now with 7 of the last 9 for Camp Verde, is penetrating to the right. Hamblin feeds it off to Clark. Reverse it back outside Hamblin as they go to the far sideline, and a 3-pointer is elevated. Clark can't get the finish, but he has his own rebound. Straight away, he can't get that 10-footer to fall. Trying to get the rebound is Smith as it's out of bounds off to Round Valley. Less than a minute to go, and the Elk are down 5.
Clark's a sophomore. Be interesting to see how long Coach keeps this second group in here.
Hamblin on a catch-and-shoot 3, won't finish after it hits the front rim, and then it's out of bounds to the Elk. Well, Round Valley's catching an awful lot of breaks here with the ball bouncing just the right way. He's got to take advantage now as it's inbounded by Clark. He gets it right back, try to feed it back outside to Phelps. The ball is loose, but Hamblin picks it up. Now crashing the offensive glass. That's Jordan who's able to knock it off to Pizzazz, and then eventually tied up with the possession arrow favoring Camp Verde. So 44 seconds left, and the Cowboys will have the basketball leading 16-11.
With the pace of play they like to play, it'll be interesting to see if they decide to hold for the last shot or try to get a 2-for-1.
Collier's already at the 3-point line and then going right at Jordan. Kind of lulled him to sleep by trotting into the front court, and then that quick acceleration that we just saw when he got that pass off on the left wing. Round Valley's got to be on their toes when both he and Gonzalez put the ball down. Gonzalez right now inbounding outside. Collier again all alone on that right wing. Puts up a three-pointer that's not good, but on the closeout he was contacted by 2 different Elk. And he's going to get 3 free throws after the foul is whistled against Dylan Jordan.
Yeah, that's really when you want to break it down and close out hard. Don't you think, Derek, instead of plowing into people?
Well, I think that foul was committed when they lost track of him.
Yeah.
After the
Chasing
first
it down.
screen. Yeah, as he has the first free throw up and in. We
Gotta
went into
imagine.
that first time out talking about how he wasn't getting a lot of touches. But
Yeah, gotta imagine he's pretty dead eye from the line, although as soon as we say that, he misses one.
the jinx. He's got one of the 2, and he's got a third coming. Already paced his team to a 6-point edge and makes it 7 by going 2 for 3. 18-11, 35 seconds to play in the first quarter. Round Valley's had a couple of 1-point leads, and there the pass into the front court is knocked away by Chino as he puts that one up on the left side. Chino Salasaria is able to get that one down. Chino with the, what color are those shoes? Sherbet? He comes off now and is defending Hamblin. Instead, the pass goes away from him, and now pursuing the rebound on the weak side, Gonzalez is able to draw the foul on Caden Pizzazz. There's 3 quick whistles on Round Valley. They went about 7 minutes without getting any. And since they had rotated the second unit in, having a little bit of a harder time keeping track of.
Yeah, we've had a lot go on in the last 45 seconds. That answers our question. I don't think they're going to hold the ball at 45 seconds.
Gonzalez with 5 seconds to go, tries to go inside but is denied, still passes it off to Collier, who's got another 3-pointer from that right wing, up and in. He started slowly but heated up quick, and he has again paced his team now out to a 23-11 lead with 1 quarter in the books. Camp Verde is up over Round Valley on Cholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
23-11, it was pretty nip-tuck throughout the first, say, 5-6 minutes. But Jason Collier, Cowboys' leading scorer, in at 22 a game, has more than half of his average here in the first quarter. The starters are back out there for Round Valley as Foster comes to the angle right side, and Owen Young has the dribble poked away from him. Passes it to Chino as he this time attacking from the right side. He's such a strong finisher in transition, Chino Salasaria.
Yeah, he's got some. He's got some hops too, and he elevates. He has little time to do some stuff with the ball.
Round Valley looking a little tentative on the offensive side, as this time after a cross-court pass they drop it off to Cisco on the left block, but he was again a little hesitant.
Yeah.
Before it was just going right on the attack. You can't say if it's the Camp Verde defense or the traveling that he had been whistled for, but he was certainly thinking about something.
But again, the Cowboys, they got to bump those cutters. The Elks are getting the ball on the blocks whenever they want them.
Collier with a good move in the half court, but can't get the drop. Round Valley needing some points, trailing 25-11. 7 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the half. To the corner on the far side, and Ziegler is again looking to initiate the offense in the interior with Cisco. They were having some success putting it into him at the foul line.
The 6'5" senior on his back, though, for the Cowboys.
Bounce it to the corner in front of the Camp Verde bench and then start working it around the perimeter, eventually to Ziegler at the free throw line. And after a moment of thought, he puts up a 15-footer that's not good and cleared out by Smith. Now a long pass to the near side, had by Gonzalez. Step back at the three-point line, puts that up short, but has his own miss again up and in. Oof. And there's a red-hot Round Valley coach after
Coach Bigelow.
The three-point play was not converted.
Kind of scared me a little bit from clear over here.
27-11 here with 6:51 to go in the first half. Round Valley down on Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Round Valley with the basketball. Right now looking for a cutting Young who puts on the brakes and then can't connect from 10 out. The rebound is out of bounds. So the last thing that we heard off of the Round Valley bench was box him out. Yeah, box him out. Well, last thing we just heard out of Coach Wall's mouth was he thought he was a travel on that play. I think he had a point. As Collier goes to Gonzalez. Back outside of Collier. Pass was over his head and out of bounds. I like the inflection on your voice there, Derek. Well, I was worried about the big guy Camden over here. He's coming right at him. Exactly. Got to take care of the boss man. Into a double team, but Foster is able to keep his footing and get out of it, but then Cisco, after it was reversed, is called for a traveling violation. And that young man's thinking way too much. Speaking of Camden, you guys go way back, I hear. Yes. Back into your childhood. Oh, no, not, well, I guess, yeah. Post-adolescence. 27-11 is there's Chino this time. No good on the teardrop, but I think he was hit as he was elevating. No, he hired me to come out here and work right here in Round Valley. Bringing back some memories, just the smell of the dome. I'll have to look for it. The dome is a fun place to be. Smell or no. As the first free throw is not good out of Bass Sands. I thought that Chino would have been taking these free throws, but apparently somebody was going over the break, or over the back on the break. Is checking out for Camp Verde is Mason Rayburn. Is that the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throws there? And the offensive rebound, which is already in this quarter drawn the ire of the Round Valley bench. And leads to another whistle against the Elk. Now that's 5 team fouls with still just under 6 minutes to go in the half. So Camp Verde already leading 27-11, getting really close to a lengthy foul shooting situation. Yeah, that was Bevel's first. Collier penetrates, drops it back outside for Chino as he gives it right back to Collier, spinning inside the free throw line. Wow. A tough contested 14-foot jumper. This kid is one of the better players we've seen this morning. Stops Bevel's penetration and then comes over to Young, who skips it to the near side, and Ziegler. Back outside to a wide open Foster. His high arcing three-pointer's not good, and trying to get the rebound, but instead tying up one of the Cowboys is Owen Young. Sign of life there from Round Valley, which is down 18. And for the first time since early in the first quarter, here's Ishmael Hogan coming back in. He's going to give Collier his first break. Round Valley yet to score this quarter. Official stops play. I'm not certain why. It's a little discrepancy on whose ball there we go. So there was a possession arrow that was miscommunicated because Round Valley had the ball to start the second quarter. So the tie-up gives Camp Verde the basketball back. Gonzalez going to operate as the trigger man again. How many points he have? Gonzalez, 4 points this morning. What time is it? Lost track. Late morning, early afternoon, I don't know, as he's on the attack. Back out to the angle left side where Littlefield puts the ball down. Can't get the finish, but the rebound is had, and then back outside to Gonzalez. Nearly poked away, but he's controlling it baseline right, and again adjusts his shot. Can't get the finish after the very strong move. They're on the attack. Ziegler goes straight away and gets the finish. 4.5 minutes to go. There's the first 2 points for Round Valley. 29-13, they're trailing. As Hogan wants to start it off and
push off.
Extended that free arm. That's his second personal.
Team's 5th.
Nick Stone checking in for the Cowboys, replacing C.J. Bast. Get it to the center of the floor, and Foster, who was cut off by 2 defenders, back to the left, and Bevel, and then Foster has it on the right wing. To the foul line in Cisco. Now they were able to get a lot of good action by going inside to him, but instead it's back out in front of the Camp Verde bench and then forcing a pass into Cisco, but it had to get through 2 defenders, and it was deflected and taken away eventually by Hogan. 29-13, the Cowboys lead with 4 minutes to go here in the second half. To the right of the lane and then drop it off to the left block. Great look from Hogan to find Stone.
What a dish. Stone was ready for it.
Moving to the left after being met at midcourt. Cisco at the free throw line, through some contact, goes to the right wing, and Young, his 3-pointer is off the side rim. Rebound is chased down by Cisco. Back over to Young, who's going to put it up on the move from the foul line. Not good, has his own miss. And it's out of bounds after being poked away by the pesky Chino Salasaria. He's everywhere, that guy is. 5'9" freshman, and plays a lot more maturely.
Yes, he does. It's nice to have a freshman that can play like he's been doing it for a long time.
3:20 to go here in the half. Starting at the top of the key, Littlefield's on the deck, then back outside to Gonzalez, who's at 3-pointers up and in. That Hudson Furniture 3-pointer makes it a 34-13 game with 3 minutes and 9 seconds to go, and just 2 points at this point here in the second quarter for Round Valley as Ziegler sets up an 18-footer and rattles it in, but starting to get away from the Elk. 34-15 here with 3 minutes to go.
Ziegler, one of the only bright spots offensively for the Elks so far. That was his 10th point.
Stone can't get that one after being fed on the right block. Bevel crosses over to get to the front court's right side, then go to the corner in front of the Camp Verde bench. The 3-pointer's not good. Weak side rebound had by Cisco, but a foul is going to be whistled on Bevel. Back into the ball game comes Collier. Mason Rayburn will also check in as Stone vacates, as well as Salas Zaria. 34-15. The Elk with a couple minutes here to try to stem a lot of this offense that's been coming at them in big waves. Start on the left wing. Rayburn sets him up, but he can't get the finish, and now had by Ziegler. Think back to that first quarter where it seemed like the teams were going to be exchanging 1-point leads, but eventually Collier got it going, and that really set it up for the rest of the Cowboys. Now Cisco looking to try to start the answer, as he's going to go to the corner near side. The 3-pointer is not good from Ziegler, and another whistle stops play, as I think they're going to get the Elk again for pursuing the rebound. Kyron Clark called for that foul, and that's the 7th team foul, and on the rebound that's going to have the Cowboys coming up to shoot the 1-and-1.
Yeah, Round Valley's on this season. Played 4 games. They've got 3 losses and 1 win. Their only win is against Gray Hills. So again, sometimes it takes a minute for these smaller school teams to recoup and transition into a new sport.
Riley Hamblin comes in for Round Valley as Gonzalez is at the free throw line, hitting the front end of the 1-and-1. And he's got another one coming. It's on the way and good. And it gets the lead out over 20. Can the Elk with just 2 buckets here and then throwing away the inbound. Tracked down by Rayburn as they skip it to the left. Collier now crosses over, gets by the initial wave of defenders. Can't hit that one with the right hand on the left of the hole. Cisco with the rebound. Now the Elk trying to run past the full court pressure applied by the Cowboys. Baseline right and trying to go through the lane, but it's intercepted, stolen away. Now overhand pass. Can Gonzalez retrieve that one down? Cannot. Stops play and allows Brooks Phelps to come in. Phelps is replacing Andrew Cisco. And the dead ball has given Camp Verde an opportunity to set up the full court pressure. They throw over the top of it. Controlled after the long pass by Bevel, but he couldn't get the drop. Rebounded by the Cowboys. Now front court right side, spinning at the block and falling away, but can't finish is Collier. Minute 27 to go. As here comes Ziegler with a head of steam, crashes into one of the Cowboys inside the foul line. And that's who's that? Hogan, who is able to draw the offensive foul.
Well, you can decide if you're watching online. I thought he made a decent attempt to get out and around him, but he was called for the player control.
Yeah, I think that's the key phrase. And I think that was bred by frustration. Now the 8th team foul. As Gonzalez, angle left, traveled. Collier tried to do something similar to that in the first quarter, and I think the officials were looking for it that time. So after the turnover, minute and 7 seconds to go here in the half. Ziegler in the backcourt. Flirting with a moving screen. Phelps is able to set him up to come in front of the Camp Verde bench. Back over to Phelps. Say that was a three-pointer, but it's not good. The rebound controlled by Hogan. Throws it back into Rayburn. He's double-teamed, but able to get it right back over to Hogan.
Numbers.
Cowboys with the fast break opportunity settle for the three-pointer that's too strong. 42 seconds as Round Valley looking to try to get another couple of deuces on there. How about a three-pointer that's over the rim? Rebounded by Collier. 3-on-2 as he's coming up the right of the lane. Cuts it back over to the left and is stripped, and no, it's out of bounds. Out of bounds to Round Valley.
Must have kicked it out off his own foot. Was Collier.
21-point edge here. The Cowboys defending. Hesitating and chipping his way up the far sideline is Bevel. Back over to the near side. Ziegler. Ball fake, then penetrate into traffic. Back outside Phelps. Three-pointers up and in.
Nice inside-out play.
36-18 brings a lead under 26 seconds to go. Gonzalez patiently moves it toward the three-point line, crosses over, and then puts up a contested three-pointer that's off the glass and nearly falls. That would have been the end of it. He can't get it to go down, though, and he'll settle for going into the locker room, leading 36-18. Round Valley with a little bit to talk about here. Trailing 18 on Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Sholo and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Need hats, shirts, or jackets embroidered with your logo? Get custom embroidered products from Little Bluebird Studios. That's right, the company that does the best job screen printing t-shirts and hoodies now offers embroidery. Little Bluebird Studios is a local company with skilled designers that care about your company's image and brand. Call Little Bluebird Studios today, 928-351-7942, or online at littlebluebird.org. Little Bluebird Studios, the company that cares.
Hudson's Furniture has quality furniture at affordable prices. With their newly expanded showroom, they offer furniture for every room in your home, including best home furnishings, featuring solid wood construction and a lifetime warranty. And customized orders are available to fit your individual size, color, and style. Plus, get guaranteed credit approval with 0 interest and 0 down. For the best prices on quality furniture, visit Hudson's Furniture, across from Walmart in Taylor.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
Want to buy the #1 selling truck in America for over 41 years? Want to buy a vehicle with a lifetime engine warranty? Want to get the best deal in the state of Arizona on your new Ford car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Anyone can say they'll give you a great deal, but Guy Hatch at Sholo Ford means it. In fact, he guarantees it. Buy the best from the best. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
36-18, Camp Verde leading at the half. As it started off a pretty nip-tuck affair, Round Valley was able to exchange a couple of one-point leads, as it looked as if the Cowboys were having a hard time really putting the defensive intensity where their head coach was hoping to get it. Daniel Wall was hoping for it to meet. Instead, he calls an early timeout, and after that, they really put their ears back to the Cowboys and started chasing the Elk all over the court, literally. As every dead ball, they're putting end-to-end pressure. Round Valley initially was able to break that with LJ Foster, but eventually it started to take its toll. And as the offense was winding down for Round Valley, the Cowboys were able to get their leading scorer, and Jason Collier really heated up. It took a few minutes before he was able to get many touches, but starting just about every offensive possession on the angle right side, he was able to get a couple of clean looks after some great penetration from Abe Gonzalez. And though their second leading scorer, Ishmael Hogan, spent about 8 minutes of that first half on the bench, but the tandem of Gonzalez and Collier really got everything ramped up offensively for Camp Verde. And as Collier was able to get the outside shot to start falling, that opened things up for him to start penetrating through. And as that started going, it started to really open up for everybody else. As Gonzalez, though he only has, I think, 6 points, he's been doing so much to start the attack for the Cowboys. And then Camp Verde brings in another exciting player in Chino Salas Saria as he comes off the bench and really provided Camp Verde with some of the separation toward the end of the first and the beginning of the second quarters by getting some great finishes in transition. And it all kind of started once Collier was able to get things going, as he puts up, I'm calling about 17 points here to get a 36-18 lead. So that's where it stands here at halftime. Camp Verde leads on Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Want to buy the #1 selling truck in America for over 41 years? Want to buy a vehicle with a lifetime engine warranty? Want to get the best deal in the state of Arizona on your new Ford car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Anyone can say they'll give you a great deal, but Guy Hatch at Sholo Ford means it. In fact, he guarantees it. Buy the best from the best. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait, including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers, and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Orthodontist orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Right, yeah.
Need hats, shirts, or jackets embroidered with your logo? Get custom embroidered products from Little Bluebird Studios. That's right, the company that does the best job screen printing t-shirts and hoodies now offers embroidery. Little Bluebird Studios is a local company with skilled designers that care about your company's image and brand. Call Little Bluebird Studios today, 928-351-7942. Online at littlebluebird.org. Little Bluebird Studios, the company that cares.
Hudson's Furniture has quality furniture at affordable prices. With their newly expanded showroom, they offer furniture for every room in your home, including best home furnishings, featuring solid wood construction and a lifetime warranty. And customized orders are available to fit your individual size, color, and style. Plus, get guaranteed credit approval with 0 interest and 0 down. For the best prices on quality furniture, visit Hudson's Furniture, across from Walmart in Taylor.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
Well, Round Valley's trailing 36-18, and you can get an idea about how that first half went when there's about 35 seconds left on the halftime clock, and the Elk are just now coming out of the locker room.
Coach had a good teaching moment with them, which, you know, a lot of these kind of tournaments, that's what they're all about. Just teaching moments for kids. And I overheard a conversation you were having with the Texas team before this game, and you know, just the opportunity to even come and experience this, and your team grows together in ways that you don't when you don't experience tournaments like this. And so they were experiencing something in the locker room that we don't know. The coaches coaching them up.
This is certainly an unfamiliar circumstance for all these teams. Not just playing this many games, but spending entire days with each other.
Yeah.
It's become a job.
Yeah.
They're going to find out if they really enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, really. Find out what they're made of.
So trailing 36-18, and it looks like the starting 5 are going to come back out there for Round Valley.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Round Valley, I got to believe that they got to slow the pace down in this game, and they got to pound it down inside. Their outside shots are just not falling with very little finesse so far in this game, and so we'll see strategically what they decide to do, but I think they need to shorten this game if they have a chance of coming back in it.
Well, had great success starting the offense in with Cisco. They go right to him, right of the lane, but he couldn't get the finish. Looked like he wanted that pass at the foul line where they had even more success in the first quarter, but instead off the miss, there's Collier again spinning at the block.
There's a question to be answered. How are they going to stop Collier this half?
Not sure that they got the answer. They just haven't had it yet. As Cisco whips a pass again inside, trying to get it to Ziegler, but pass a little behind him now. Long pass in transition. Collier bounces one, but it can't be controlled by Bass. He's able to feed it out to Gonzalez, who kicks it to the right side. Extra pass to the corner, and Collier's 3 is up and in.
Well, they're going to have to start by at least getting within 3 feet of him when he shoots those.
Well, I think you got to credit Littlefield on that one, though. That very unselfish play is Jordan Littlefield was wide open, but instead went to the red hot hand. And then another turnover. As you talk about the need to try to slow the pace down, and instead Camp Verde's just picking it up more and more, forcing it to be picked up. As here's Ishmael Hogan. Haven't heard a lot from him today as that one rims out. Rebound and then forced over to Bevel as he comes to the right of the front court and off to Young, who tries to bounce it inside to Cisco, but the Elk right now are
scrambling.
Yes, they're becoming a bit frazzled. 41-18, 6:40 to go here in the third quarter. Very early in the second half. Is Littlefield, who just went away from himself, this time on the attack to the baseline and gets the finish through the contact.
His first 2 of the game.
Whistled Cisco.
So we're talking a little bit about the correct English for elk. Is it a herd of elks is a herd of elk? But what is a frazzled herd of elk?
I think they're running full speed somewhere.
Yeah, that's right.
The free throw was not good, but I believe they got Foster for going inside the three-point line too soon. So another opportunity, which is also not good. There's Cisco clearing it out for Round Valley. The Elk trail 43-18, 6.5 to go. Just 7 points put up here since the end of the first quarter by Round Valley as Ziegler picks up his dribble on that far sideline and eventually travels. And Round Valley right now is just completely taken away from what it wants to do on the half court offensively because of this pressure that Camp Verde's throwing at them. Start the half court offense right in the center circle. Bast goes back out to the trailing Hogan. With a big lead, he's happy to just pound it. And eventually comes up against the pressure waiting from Young. Starts moving to his right. Feed it to Gonzalez. He starts going leftward. And now got to reset between the rings. Picks up the dribble and gets it over to the angle left side. Catch and shoot 3 from Collier's not good. Hogan wants to set up the double team, but passing out of that one. Nice vision there from Bevel as he gets it to Foster. Ziegler to the right elbow. Feed it inside. No, there's Ziegler. As he nearly loses the handle, but he's able to force it back out to Foster. Back over to Cisco as he goes through contact and will go to the free throw line as a result. Good strong move on the block there from Cisco.
Foul's going to be called on Littlefield, his first.
One team foul apiece with 5.5 to go in the third. Round Valley desperately needs every point it can manage, and Cisco provides the first, and we'll have another one coming.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw on its way, and it's good. Second one's good.
Round Valley now trying to speed up Camp Verde. Young in the backcourt, forcing Hogan off to his left. Just token pressure, it turns out, as Gonzalez will now take it away from Hogan, who's going to set up on the left block, flash out, get the pass on the outside, but nothing there. Look now for a cutting Gonzalez, and again trying to leave it up there. They couldn't convert that in the first half, neither in the second, but it looks so pretty.
It looks pretty. It's a little strong. If he gets a little bit of air underneath that, could be a dunk maybe.
I would like to see it.
Yeah.
I think Abe Gonzalez might have it in him. As Ziegler starts the offense by shoveling it out to Cisco. Mid-range jump shot from the short corner is not good. There, Young tried to put it back, but he didn't come down with it. And then Cisco reaches in. That's going to be the second team foul.
Cisco's second.
Gonzalez thought about looking at a breaking Collier instead. Breaks the time stripe and starts moving back to the center of the floor, leading 43-20. 4:50 to go here in the third as Hogan again out of the paint, this time well outside the three-point line. Gonzalez moving toward the Camp Verde bench. Instead tried to go back to the left block where it was knocked away from Bast, and a jump ball will keep it here. Mason Rayburn checking in for the Cowboys, who again lead 23. Coming out will be Littlefield. Baseline right, Gonzalez gives it a slap, looking at Collier in the corner. Instead going over the top, and Collier's got to track it down. Patiently, and then it blows that off as he says, forget it, I'm going to take it to the rim. Looked like he was going to try to bleed some of that clock again, but he's got that incredibly quick first step.
He does, and Bevel tries to move his feet, but just can't quite keep up with him, and he commits his third personal.
Well, there's players going down all over the place, and eventually a whistle underneath. Hogan thought he was fouled. Instead, they got Cisco's third, and will force Camp Verde to inbound it again. Keep an eye on this one as Round Valley.
Nice inbound play.
Nicely defended by Cisco as he's able to clear it out as well.
Oh, Round Valley, you know, these are competitive kids. They just came out of a state championship game, and so a little bit of frustration and getting a little bit chippy, but they're not going to quit.
Now, do they call a foul there on Gonzalez? We were just speculating about his dunking ability, and on that block, I think that he said, yeah.
Yeah.
Ball's stolen away on the inbound, taken by Bast. Up front to Collier, who's bumped from behind, and that's now 5 team fouls, stopping the clock with 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go, and the 4th foul on
Bevel.
It gets Dylan Jordan off of the bench. As Bevel's got to give way. Trailing 23, first time that the Elk have gone to their bench. Side out, go ahead.
This is a game where a team like the Elks really need the officials to swallow their whistles and let little play go because they want to play physical.
They just did there as Rayburn got a little hip check as he went baseline, but nothing there. Hogan now spinning away. Woo, with the Euro step, and it drops.
His 7th of the game.
There, Jordan is able to get around, and his shot's blocked. Coming back in play, Bast is able to knock it off of Jordan. And these Cowboys are showing some pretty good hops across the line. Got 2 very good ball handlers in the backcourt here with Gonzalez. And Hogan showing his on that most recent move to the basket. Is to the right of the lane, then back to the left. Feed Bast, finish, and 1. Got a couple players ready to check in here for the Cowboys. Dayton Smith's one of them, 6'5" senior, as well as Chino Salas-Zaria. He has shown an awful lot of flair in the open court as Collier's going to step out. And the 3-point play is not had. Cisco outfights Dylan Jordan for the rebound as the Elk now trail 47-20, 3.5 minutes to go here in the third. Ziegler starts the offense on the far sideline. Moves it straight away. Foster steps inside the foul line and puts up an air ball, but they're crashing the glass is Owen Young. Back outside Ziegler, thinks about it, then shoots up a 3 that's off the front lip and off the rebound.
He's going to get caught for pushing in the back, I think, going for that rebound.
Is that Cisco?
Cisco.
That's his 4th. And that should be a free throw shooting opportunity here. That's the 7th team foul just in the 3rd quarter. On the rebound, the officials are talking about it. Possession changed on the rebound, so that.
Team control, no 1-on-1. Surprising to both of us because it was a push in the back, and so it wasn't like a player control. But I've not read the rule book lately. I don't know about you, but
gonna defer to their better judgment.
That's right.
And expertise as Gonzalez again trots into the front court with token coverage there being provided by Foster. Go inside to the big man at Smith, who's able to get the catch and then touch off the glass.
His first 2, and a great cut. He deserved every one of those points.
49-20, Round Valley, just 9 points in the last 2 quarters. Just under 3 minutes to go as there's a double team that forces out of Foster's hands. Works its way inside where Jordan spins in traffic. Can't get that one, but they're the rebound had by Young. He can't get it. Rebound now tracked down, had by Rayburn. Thought about throwing it into the front court and Gonzalez. Instead, Hogan's going to do so with the dribble. Back over to Gonzalez to start the offense, leading 29. 2.5 minutes to go here in the third. As Gonzalez is moving right of the lane, and I could not see through all the traffic.
Well, that's going to be called on Hogan, his 3rd, but you know, an illegal pick, screen.
49-20 and on defense now. Round Valley looking for some points. Ziegler moves to his left. Screen to the corner, but cut off by Chino, and now trying to get that one back. So, yeah, Ziegler had made an aggressive move toward the basketball. It drew an interesting response from the Camp Verde bench.
2 quick ones there on Hogan. He's going to check out of the game. He's got 4 personal.
Just the 3rd team foul on the Cowboys. So side out now, bounce it off to Young. Ziegler just checked out and was replaced by Hamblin. This is to the top of the key, and Young loses his footing in the basketball, eventually picked up by Phelps. Forces it off to Hamblin. Oh, correction, that was Jordan who couldn't get the finish. Foster with the second opportunity couldn't go through. Now here's Gonzalez in the open court going right at the rim and scoring with a left. 51-20, the Cowboys are leading with 1:40 left here in the third. Foster in the backcourt. Goes back to the far side. Young now starts the offense at the three-point line. Handed off Jordan. Nothing there as he tries to go baseline. Back out to Young. He's attacking baseline right and stops but travels. Allows Caden Pizzazz to come in. And a 30-second timeout will be taken by the Cowboys, leading 51-20 with 1:24 to go on Cholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
51-20, Camp Verde leading. What's been the biggest impediment for Round Valley trying to find some points?
Yeah, that and the 5 players that they've been playing against. They just seem a little more like they more gelled together, you know, in this basketball season. Maybe a little more basketball athletic at this point.
I think Hogan was trying to sneak back on the floor, but
he wants back in. You know, everybody wants I know coaches want players like Hogan. He's a gamer. He's hard-nosed.
Gonzalez is another one that I think most coaches would take, as he's been controlling this offense.
And those are two players that didn't mention Collier. And so I'm pretty sure they'd want him too.
And he's on the bench. He's been there for a while. Not really needing his points right now, as they're trying to penetrate and drop it off as Littlefield, but kind of into traffic and eventually stolen away by Round Valley. Less than a minute to go here in the third quarter, 51-20. Round Valley trailing with the basketball. Foster to the foul line. Surrounding Phelps, 3 Cowboys force it back out to Foster, who gets back to that foul line, spinning, turning, shooting. It's an air ball. But he was fouled. Or was that not on the shot? It's just the 3rd team foul on Camp Verde. And the
foul goes to Littlefield?
I'm not sure. I thought it might have been on Smith, but scoreboard showing Littlefield, but no fouls, so I don't know. But after that foul, it was dribbled out of bounds. So now Round Valley again going to go into the backcourt and meet Gonzalez. Gonzalez, the 6'1" junior, being matched up with Foster. Coming up to the right wing, he's going to hand off Rayburn. He attacks now, shovel it back outside to Smith, who, well, I guess that whistle was on the other court. As they're taking it away in the front court is Chino. And he'll wisely circle out, feed it back out to Rayburn. Three-pointer is up and not good. Rebounded by Chino, and there the buzzer sounds to stop play, with Camp Verde leading 51-20 with 1 quarter to go on Cholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Want to buy the #1 selling truck in America for over 41 years? Want to buy a vehicle with a lifetime engine warranty? Want to get the best deal in the state of Arizona on your new Ford car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Cholo Ford. Anyone can say they'll give you a great deal, but Guy Hatch at Cholo Ford means it. In fact, he guarantees it. Buy the best from the best. Cholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
All subs.
Leading 31, Camp Verde's going to the bench. The only regular remaining right now is Jordan Littlefield. Nick Stone got some time in the first half. He's going to come out there, as well as Chino Salasaria. But otherwise, Chris Castro is in for the first time, as well as Devin James. As Round Valley beginning with basketball, and can't knock down that outside jumper, and then pursuing the rebound. A foul is whistled on Brooks Phelps, and that has Camp Verde already in the bonus to start up this fourth quarter. But with the lead at 31, the clock's going to be running as they make the long walk over to provide Littlefield with an opportunity for a 1-and-1. So Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw, as he has it off the front or back rim softly, but won't drop. Round Valley has a 5 out there of Cisco Ziegler. Phelps is set up on the left wing and trying to get it off to Hamblin. It was deflected, but still he's able to get it, and then he gets whacked in the face. No harm, no foul, says Stone. They shake hands, all good. And just a 5th team foul, so Round Valley's going to have to settle for inbounding it, which it does so with Kyron Clark. Clark hands off to Ziegler, switched and picked up by Littlefield, and then eventually a foul is taken away, or as the ball is taken away from Ziegler. I think he reaches in and commits a foul.
Everybody cheering on Christoph Castro, the 5'2" freshman who's playing some scrappy ball in a substitute role.
Full timeout taken by Round Valley, 6:47 to go, and the Elk trail 51-20 on Charlotte Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
After the timeout, Round Valley with the basketball. I guess it was knocked out of bounds by one of the Cowboys. So off the baseline comes Clark with the dribble. He starts going to the right, stops right of the lane, eventually gets it over to Ziegler. Ziegler around the horn and is bumped and fouled by Littlefield. Clock moves with a 31-point deficit, but Ziegler going to the free throw line to shoot 2. But I think this gives us an opportunity to discuss the Deemer's Glass man of the, oh, no, I beg your pardon. This is the Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game.
Well, you mentioned it earlier, maybe it was as we were discussing it, but the inside-outside play of Gonzalez to Collier, really to get things started in the first quarter, got Collier started off just on his way to his 19 points, which is probably what he's going to end up with here being on the bench. And so it's going to be our Wheeler's Orthodontic straight line play of the game.
3-pointer out of Chino Salas Zaria's hands. I think he now has 7 points in limited action. 54-20, 5 minutes and 28 seconds to go. And this is another thing the coaches love to hear is the Camp Verde bench.
Yes.
The starters out there really cheering on the second unit. Stops play with a blocking foul whistled against one of the Cowboys.
Yeah, you're right, and that's kind of camaraderie that you love to see. You know, these players that they work so hard in practice and rarely get playing time.
Ball's taken away by Devin James, eventually completes the steal, starts cutting to his right, then back to the left with the teardrop. Can't get the finish, but Rebound fought for by Stoner, and he eventually takes it. And I think a foul is going to be whistled against Ziegler. Frustration starting to get the best of Hunter Ziegler, as he's going to get the hook.
This is actually going to be an interesting matchup.
Oh, well, now he fouled out.
That's a foul. Oh, yeah, you're right. That's his 5th foul.
First free throw from Stone's up and in. That Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul shot, not good on the second effort. Still makes it a 35-point game, 4 minutes to play. Well, Cisco was not looking for that one, as it goes into no man's land, picked up by Stone. He's going to lead the break. Try to go back to the left, and Chino, nothing there, but he's able to knock it back to Chris Castro. Castro having a hard time putting a fork in it. Eventually put it over into the corner on the near side, back and forth. Littlefield takes it right back from James, but they're going to slow things down and reset. Littlefield now inside the three-point line. Back out to James on the wing, to the corner, near side. Nothing available, so he resets between the rings and eventually gets it off to Castro, who's on the move to finish.
The freshman.
57-20. As two more coming in, Xavier Rios, a 5'2" senior, as well as Markel Chatlin, 6-foot junior, checking in for Camp Verde. Chino Salasaria, as well as Jordan Littlefield, check out. Coming out for Round Valley, Andrew Cisco and Brooks Phelps. Less than 3 minutes to go, as Castro begins it. Handed off to Rios as he moves to the left. Gives way to James. In front of the Camp Verde bench. Chatlin on the attack. Forces it back outside where Rios takes a nice cold three-pointer. Not good, but there the rebound knocked to Castro. He can't finish. Elevating for the rebound is Stone, finishing with a right hand on the left of the rim.
Nice tenacity there by the Cowboys.
59-20, 2 minutes, 25 seconds remain. Oh, and Foster loses his footing, and he might not be confident on that right ankle. Meanwhile, on the other end, Castro can't finish, but LJ Foster, you mentioned he got knocked around in the championship game.
Well, kids are always talking about breaking somebody's ankles. Is that what that looks like?
But he had the ball. It usually doesn't work that way. I don't know if a defender can do that. Iverson couldn't have done that on defense. 59-20. Phelps is going behind. That's Hamblin. Off to Colby Eager, who just checked in. Clark to Eager on the left wing. Bounces it to the free throw line, and Pena, who also just checked in. Hamblin's three-pointer was not good. Minute and a half to play. Big lead here for the Cowboys as Rios, who already attempted 1-3, gets to the free throw line, denied. Back outside, then move it over to Chatlin. He winds up a three-pointer. High arcing three is not good. Rebound tipped again, and eventually controlled by Round Valley. Minute 15 left. 39-point deficit, is losing the handle, but regaining is Clark. Hamblin straight away. Up and down, moving to his left and back to the right side where Eager tries to penetrate. Handed off, where up and underneath the basket goes Clark, and I believe that is the first field goal in the second half for Round Valley.
It's a crazy stat.
Camp Verde's defense, though, has been tight, as Rios wants to get on the board, can't knock down the 15-footer. Rebound had by Pizzazz, and nearly taken away in the backcourt, Castro.
Let's take a moment real quick as this game wraps up to talk about our Deemer's Glass man of the game. If you need glass for your home or business, Deemer's Glass in Lakeside is hands down the best place to call quality glass at affordable prices. That's Deemer's Glass. Call 1-888-GLASSMAN. And for that, I'm going to go, I jotted it down earlier, I'm going to go to CJ Blast of the Cowboys. Got a couple rebounds early, and again, set some of the pace early on for the Cowboys, and so congratulations to CJ. CJ also finished the game with 4 points, in this afternoon. So that's going to be our Deemer's Glass man of the game. You need glass for your home or business. Deemer's Glass in Lakeside is hands down the best place to call quality glass at affordable prices. That's Deemer's Glass. Call 1-888-GLASSMAN. And now we'll throw it over to you for our player of the game. That's going to be our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game. Who you got?
Well, I think the easy one to look at would be Jason Collier, who led the way with 19 points. But I really liked the way that Abe Gonzalez was setting up the half-court offense, even when in the early going, when it looked like it was going to be a pretty tight ball game. His, I think, poise in the half-court really was able to set up Collier en route to getting those 19 points.
Absolutely. So congratulations to, was it Gabe?
Abe Gonzalez.
Abe, there we go. Abe Gonzalez. You are a Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game. The player game brought to you by the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store for the best selection of hiking, hunting, fishing, camping gear on the mountain. Go to Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store south of Pine Top, Highway 260.
All right, so the final here is Camp Verde 61, Round Valley 20. And I think that's all we got for.
That's it. On to our next game.
All right. Well, this has been Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 and iTalk1067.com. More to come in about 20 minutes.
This has been an iTalk 1067 sports exclusive presented by Sholo Ford. High school basketball is also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, Octopus Car Wash, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, Little Bluebird Studios, and Hudson's Furniture. This is a copyrighted broadcast. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or reuse of this program without the expressed written consent of iTalk 1067 and Country Mountain Airwaves is expressly prohibited. For more information about this game and others around the region, go to iTalk1067.com.